Okay, today I'd like to go through some of the new features, starting with some of the new preferences. And the first feature is called Smart Clipboard. So let's have a look at the features. So down here, you'll see Watch Clipboard for video URLs. If you flag this one and you copy a URL into your paste buffer, when you click into the interface, you'll get notified that there was a URL that was detected. Only the URLs that will contain a video link get detected. So you can have anything in there. If it doesn't contain a video URL, it will just be ignored and you won't get a notification. And then you can simply paste that. The other option is to auto paste detected URLs. So it's the same thing. If you have copied a URL and you click into the interface, it automatically gets pasted. So just purely a convenience option. Okay, the next option we have, again, this comes into just a handy quality of life, is if you do have a URL and you're dragging and dropping, is you can simply just bring it to the interface. The interface will highlight and you can drop it, and that will automatically paste. So you don't have to directly drop it into the paste URL window at all. So another quality of life feature. The other option we have is desktop notifications, and that's just a simple Mac desktop notification. So once the download is complete, you'll get a notification, and you can play a sound with that. The next option in the preferences here is a way to limit the download speed. Now, I put this one in here because some households, you might have lots of people that are on the net, all sucking up bandwidth from your modem, or you're playing games, or you want to watch a video and you're downloading a whole bunch of files. Well, instead of having the app use all the available bandwidth, you could just limit. So you can go down to 1 megasecond all the way up to 50 megs a second, but essentially that just means that it's off. So there's a handy option there, especially useful for households. Now, if you look down to the bottom of the interface, you would notice there are some new icons. Let's first, I'll go through the statistics. In the statistics, I have added a total time. Again, this is just useful information. But what I like to do when I'm downloading is sometimes I'll just leave this panel open so I can watch the speed graph. But it'll also tell you what downloads are happening, and it'll track up to 3 of them in there. Because this is a sheet, it's no way of dragging this out. So it often hides the information that's in here. Essentially, you just have this open and it'll tell you what it's downloading, so you can just leave that there. The next option we have is a download history. Now, this is pretty handy if you are downloading lots and lots of videos, and in my daily work, I will often download a lot of videos for reference, research, for editing, building timelines, and eventually those videos will get swapped out. But this will track your downloads, because often I found myself when I've downloaded a video, I've forgotten where I put it, or I've lost it, and I can come back into my history, find it, and you'll get a handy little option to re-download. I'll demonstrate that in a minute once we've downloaded another video. The other option here is to have a channel monitor, and essentially what this is, you can watch channels. So if you have a favorite channel, you can add them in here, put a display name, which will be the name in the list, so you can get it to check the channel daily or weekly. Once you've added a channel, it will look into that channel, it will find all the videos, it will date them, so it will from that point on check. Turn this on and it detects a new video, it will be put automatically into the download queue, and you can download it. So a kind of a handy feature. So let me give you a demonstration. So I'll go find a channel that I like, and I will copy the channel URL. I will add this channel, and this is the display name. And so I'm going to have the channel, and I'll get it to check probably on a weekly basis. And drop it into the queue if it detects a new channel. So once I've done that, it's now, you'll see here, indexing the channel, and then it'll have a date stamp from that point, and it will check daily, weekly, or whatever you have set. Let's have a look what we've done in the actual downloading section, because there are a few little changes here. Let's clear this. I'll choose one of the videos from the channel. So I've got a URL, so I'll add it to the queue. Everything else is the same, still have the same information here, but you'll see that there'll be a little bit more new information that'll come in once it's done. So let's just start this download. Okay, so I've downloaded this new video, and so let's have a look at some of the new things we've got. So the first thing you'll notice is a preview. So this acts like the Finder spacebar preview. So you can just hit this button, it will open up the video. Let me just resize it here. And you can instantly play the video. Also, we have a convert button here. This is very handy if you've downloaded and you then decide later you need to have another version of it. You hit convert, and now we can take our MP4 video and convert them into any of these formats. These are the same formats that are in here. But the power of this is when we download the 4K and 8K video, we can make these more edit friendly, and I'll show you how to do that in a second. But if we wanted to say convert this MP4 to an MKV, or we could convert it into an audio format, or by convert audio format. So if you downloaded an M4A and you wanted an MP3, you can do it. And because it's essentially changing the wrapper, it's almost instant. So there it is, and that's been done. So it's a very, very handy, very quick converter. So if we just reveal here, so this was the original MP4 that we did, and then this is the MKV that it converted it to. So you can do it in the app. It saves you having to go to another piece of software to do just a simple conversion. So let's do another case study, which is when we're dealing with 4K and 8K footage. So I'll just clear this one out. Okay, so let's try some 4K footage. I'm going to copy, paste the URL in here. Now if we just go for these settings and add this straight to the queue, you'll only actually get 1080p footage, even though this is set to any quality. Now what we need to do is set this to 4K, and as you'll notice here, this will switch from Mac friendly, it will actually switch over to best quality AV1 or H.265 in the 4K video. This is how you actually get the 4K or 8K if you can find it. So anyway, what we'll do now is we'll add this to the queue and we will download it. Okay, now the video is downloaded, we can go to the convert panel. Now if I open up this file that it just downloaded, we will get this message. This file contains some media which isn't compatible with QuickTime Player. So essentially we have to convert this to something that QuickTime can use, hence then Final Cut or Resolve or Premiere can use. So what we'll do is we'll convert this to the Mac MP4. So if I click on MP4 up here, you'll notice you'll get a little handy little tooltip that tells you what codecs are being used for each of these formats. So this can aid your decision making. Once we've done that, we can hit convert. Now, unfortunately, this is not real time. It's not as simple as changing a wrapper. This actually does take some time. So you just have to be a little bit patient, but it will convert it. This can take a little bit of time, but you will get an ETA once it's done a a certain percentage, it'll flick up an ETA once it's got a good idea. This video is around 10 minutes long, so it shouldn't take more than, as it says here, 7.5 minutes. So let's let it do its thing, and we will open up the file. Although this takes a little bit of time, you're not actually stuck in this panel. You can actually close this panel off, and you'll still have the converting notification here and an ETA. So you can keep going and downloading to your heart's content, and you can always pop back into this window whenever you like. Okay, so now this job has been completed. Let's open up the file. Here it is. We squish it down. So there's our 4K video all done. We'll have a look at the stats. It is 3840, 2160. So that was one of the reasons I decided to include a conversion tool. It removes one step to get you editing as quickly as possible. Okay, since now we've got some videos that we are downloading, we can have a look in our downloads history. And here you'll see the videos that we downloaded during this little tutorial session. And if you wanted to, this is actually searchable. So if you've got hundreds and hundreds of items in here, you can search through it and find videos that you had previously downloaded very quickly. You can export these to a file if you like and have a good record, and they're extremely useful if you are doing say a documentary and you need to keep accurate records of all the files that you've got for your Q shooting later on. So it's as simple as, if you need to re-download it, you simply just hit the re-download button, and as you can see, it's entered straight into the queue. So there you go, that's a handy little feature for this release. So there you have it. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more updates.